Who is this guy?
This is my good friend Burley.
Burley.
Burley is a 4-year-old Queensland koala, and he is an exception to the rule. That's one of the first things we always like to cover right away, to have a koala that comes out of the exhibit area, that is comfortable enough to eat dinner right here on set live, like he's doing right now, to travel with us, to represent his species, is completely unique. And that uniqueness comes from the fact that at a very early age, as he was coming out of his mom's pouch when he was born at the zoo, he kind of was more interested in keepers than other koalas. And we look at that as an opportunity then to start getting used to working around people in general and being an ambassador for their species to really help bring our message of conservation out into the public beyond just the zoo itself.
And I think a lot of Americans wouldn't necessarily know that koalas are endangered, right? Australia is lousy with kangaroos, but not so many koalas, and they're also extremely shy. So when you grow up in Australia, you know that spotting a koala in a tree is a really special thing.
It is. It is very hard to find. Actually, I was just out there back in September. We were doing koala research, and we were actually looking to capture some up to do collaring of radio and satellite collars. And it is really hard to find them. They sleep most of the time, for one, and they're way up in the trees. So really they fit in perfectly with the shades and shadows of the trees. Now, as far as their status of endangered or threatened, it's kind of an interesting conundrum they're facing right now. Some parts of Australia, they are actually quite populous. So the argument made is they're not endangered and don't need protection. Other parts, though, their populations have dropped dramatically and are still dropping, and we're trying to find a way to prevent that from happening and try to prevent them from heading down that horrible path towards severe endangerment or extreme endangerment.
They are kind of lazy. Yeah. Let's just put it out there.
It's honest.
Lazy.
Just being honest.
They eat eucalyptus,
yes.
the gum tree leaves, which has an oil in it that gets them high.
Yes.
So they're lazy.
Well, that's actually
stoned.
Keep going. I'll let you finish.
Australian myths.
I'll let you finish.
You are the nature guy.
This is the reality of it. Although eucalyptus is toxic for most other species because of our digestive system does not break down those oils, and so other mammals, not just humans, but dogs, whatever, could definitely get sick on eucalyptus. The koala, their digestive system has basically adapted over the years, and I'm talking hundreds of years, to be a strict eucalyptus eater. And they're not actually high. It's not that they're getting a high off the toxins in there. What it is eucalyptus is really poor in nutrients. So the idea is, like he's showing you right now, he's just finished eating, now he's going to sleep at the buffet. So he wakes up in the buffet and sleeps in the buffet. For him, this is exactly what koalas do.
So lazy, stoned, and also greedy. Anyway, I love
Not
it.
stoned,
All right, okay.
but it's just a lack of nutrition for them. Basically what happens is they don't want to expend a lot of energy if they don't have to. So sleeping 18 to 20 hours throughout the day, mostly into the night also. They're nocturnal, so they'll be active at night, expending less energy at that time. They'll eat their food, go right back to sleep again. That said, don't let Burley fool you. I met some koalas out there in the wild that can be quite assertive if they feel they have to be, and they can move pretty quickly too.
Lazy, stoned, greedy, and nasty as well. Nasty.
Yes, nasty definitely can be nasty. I recommend.
They're actually quite irritable, and you do learn as a young Australian not to mess around with a koala. I'm mildly nervous just being this close. If it weren't for the fact that they were so lazy, they would be even more nasty than they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever heard a koala bellow. Have you heard that before?
I have.
A lot of people, especially in America, don't know that the males at night, when looking for a mate or telling other boys, "Hey, this is my territory," they have this guttural, almost the best I can compare it to that American would know, almost a pig-like deep bellow, and it's quite disturbing to hear for the first time if you've never heard it. Something so cute and cuddly looking, doing such a noise.